Greetings, my name is Arthur Kitrys, a student at McMaster University enrolled in mechanical engineering, and today I will be talking to you about the price of being environmentally friendly, specifically in relation to commercial vehicles. You may have noticed at pumping stations that there are different octane levels for gasoline, and for the most part, you'll buy the lowest level because the common thought of, hey, that's the cheapest, comes to mind. Sometimes people will fill their engines up with the premium stuff thinking that this will give them a boost in power and or will clean their engine. If you have a luxury car, you'll be filling up with the premium gas for the most part, and on occasion, you'll use the low octane fuel because, again, it's cheaper. What does the octane number mean? Many people have misconceptions regarding premium fuel. A higher grade fuel means that there's a higher ethanol concentration in the fuel itself, ethanol being a renewable biofuel. It has been reported that the higher octane fuel is better for the environment as it provides a much more clean combustion, reducing extra exhaust gases. Due to their compression ratio requirement, however, they need to be used in conjunction with high octane engines which have a bigger power output. Now, some people might think that there's a benefit in using high octane fuel. The boost in power doesn't seem so bad. Well, this isn't really the case, and the reason for it is engine knock. In short, engine knock is a pinging noise that your engine makes when either fuel auto-ignites prematurely or ignites too late, both of which are undesirable. When engines are designed, they have specific compression ratios which require a specific octane of fuel to operate properly. Higher octane engines have higher compression ratios and require higher octane fuel, and the opposite applies for low octane engines. If you put low octane fuel in a high octane engine, the fuel will prematurely ignite, and when the low octane gas is put in a high octane engine, the fuel won't ignite properly. So it makes sense that you wouldn't mix and match fuel ratios after knowing this. Hearing a pinging noise from your engine doesn't sound mechanically safe because it isn't. Mixing and matching will have long-term damages if you do this often. Although engines are designed with specific octane fuel requirements in mind, it has been reported that people often fill their low octane engines with high octane fuel, expecting a better power output like mentioned before, or are expecting a cleaning factor. And people will fill their high octane engines with low grade fuel because on occasion it's cheaper. So a few questions come up. First, why do we restrict higher octane engines for luxury cars? It seems apparent that the power output is a major selling factor when it comes to owning a luxury car, but how much of this power can consumers actually take advantage of if we are limited in our speed anyway? Finally, why is premium gasoline regulated toward those 20% of consumers, making it more expensive? While it is true that premium gasoline uses a different method of refinement, plenty of other factors contribute to the price. It has been reported that if premium gasoline would be the norm, prices would level out eventually. As you can see, there are many conflicting questions regarding the pricing of being environmentally friendly. In the age of gasoline-powered vehicles, we need to use higher octane fuel as it's better for the environment, but cars available to the middle class don't allow it due to affordability and practicality. This, along with people having an improper understanding in the different octanes in fuel, results in vehicle damage, reduced vehicle life, and inevitably damaging the environment when that car needs to be scrapped earlier than it was designed. The most obvious solution is to make the switch to electric, as it solves many problems with gasoline-powered cars. No emissions, cheaper to maintain, and it has one way to refuel: electricity. You can't incorrectly charge your car. But there are problems when using electric vehicles. As mentioned before, when there's a price for being environmentally friendly, electric vehicles are generally more expensive, which is less appealing to the middle class despite their low maintenance costs. What's more is that they cannot reach the same distance that gasoline-powered vehicles can, as well as not being able to have sustained performance during its fuel cycle. Finally, the time it takes to refuel these vehicles is very long, and that's time people can't afford. That means that for the meantime, while electric vehicles are still being developed and improved, gasoline-powered cars are just more practical. My thought is to not restrict the development of high-octane engines to just luxury cars. By doing this, more cars can take advantage of the power output. Having more power in a car doesn't necessarily mean we can drive faster, but it also means we can improve fuel efficiency as less fuel is required to produce the same amount of power. We need to be constructive when being environmentally friendly. While we are trying to reduce environmental damage overall, we still need to attempt to make it more commercially available. Thank you for listening to my TED Talk.